It is the objective of the Intramural Sports Program to provide opportunities for development through sporting activities. As a result, intramural sports activities that are not played due to no-shows are a detriment to our program. In order to stabilize leagues, reduce forfeits, and recuperate wasted staffing costs, team captains are held accountable for all team forfeits. Teams that do not have the required legal number of participants signed in to play at the listed game time will be subject to a forfeit charge. In leagues requiring more than 4 players to participate, a 7-minute grace period will be given to a team having one short of the needed number of players to start the game. For the first forfeiture only, the team will receive 4 sportsmanship points, and the team's captain will be assessed a $30 forfeit charge, as well as a hold placed on his or her UF account. Teams forfeiting more than one game during the regular season will be removed from the league. However, a second forfeit charge will not be assessed. Team captains are required to sign off on this policy during the on-site registration process. Again, teams are highly encouraged to make use of the default policy to avoid forfeiture charges. The Intramural Sports Program is committed to fair play, ethical behavior, and integrity in all of our programs. To ensure the highest levels of sportsmanship, the Intramural Sports Program reserves the right to eject any individual, team, or spectator who interrupts the flow of a game in any manner. Players may be ejected before, during, or after any contest, and ejections can be made by any member of the intramural staff. Ejected players must leave the playing area and are ineligible to participate in all intramural sports activities until they meet with the Intramural Sports Administration staff and the participant's suspension is served. Team captains are reminded to choose their team members carefully, as sportsmanship ratings do impact postseason play. Should you feel that the other team is using ineligible players, or an official has incorrectly applied a sport rule or policy, you as a captain have the option to file a formal protest. Only protests based on questions of player eligibility and rule interpretation will be accepted. Protests which challenge the accuracy of a judgment call made by the officials or intramural sports supervisors will not be accepted. The team captain wishing to file a rules protest must do so at the time of the incident in question. Teams wishing to file an eligibility protest should notify the official and/or supervisor prior to, during, or following the sporting event. Teams may be randomly screened for ineligible players by the intramural sports staff without a protest being filed. Teams with a 500 record or better and earned an average sportsmanship rating of 4.0 or higher at the end of the regular season will automatically be invited to postseason play. Teams with a record below 500 must email the league coordinator by 4:30 p.m. the day after the last day of the regular season to confirm their participation in the playoffs. During playoffs, a team must earn a sportsmanship rating of at least 4.0 to automatically advance. Captains are encouraged to check with the intramural supervisor following the sporting event to verify their sportsmanship rating throughout the playoffs. Prior to the start of playoffs, a mandatory playoff captains meeting will be held with all qualifying teams to discuss rules clarifications and select their position in the playoff bracket. Teams will be seeded by their winning percentage, with ties being broken by sportsmanship points accumulated. Please arrive early, as teams who do not have a team representative in attendance will not be allowed to participate in the playoffs. Information regarding playoff meetings will be posted on the Intramural Sports page of the Rec Sports website.
The Intramural Sports Program seeks to ensure the highest level of safety within our programs. However, due to the nature of some activities, accidents and injuries do occur. Each participant must sign a risk waiver prior to the start of their first game in each sport. Also, please note that the Intramural Sports Program does not provide personal injury insurance for participants. As a result, all participants are encouraged to purchase their own health insurance policies. The Student Health Care Center is also available for all University of Florida students in case of accidents or injuries. While the Intramural Sports Program seeks to ensure the highest level of safety in our programs, there is some inherent risk of physical injury placed upon our participants. The Intramural Sports Program does provide student athletic trainers who are available to evaluate injuries, prep participants, and provide immediate first aid attention at most intramural sports events. Should an injury occur, athletic trainers will offer treatment to the best of their ability and refer participants for additional medical attention as necessary. The University of Florida and the Department of Recreational Sports have a strict zero-tolerance policy. Captains are urged to notify all players and fans that alcohol, tobacco, and drugs are prohibited on all intramural playing fields and that no one is allowed to participate while under the influence. If at any time a team or team member is suspected to be under the influence, he or she will be asked to leave the facility and the team may forfeit their right to participate in the event. In the case of inclement weather, the intramural sports staff will make every reasonable effort to inform teams of cancellations. Such information will be posted on the Rec Sports website. Teams are also encouraged to call the weather hotline for the latest updates. Participants should never assume games are canceled. Canceled regular season games will not be rescheduled. Playoff games that are canceled due to weather will be rescheduled as soon as possible.
It is easy to stay updated with all that Rec Sports has to offer. Join the UF Rec Sports Facebook fan page to receive the latest updates on all the Rec Sports programs, including intramural sports registrations, meetings, and view championship photos. Or check us out on our YouTube channel, or receive the latest tweets from us on Twitter. The Intramural Sport Program hires and trains hundreds of student officials and scorekeepers each year. No experience is necessary. We will train you in the sports that you wish to work. With competitive pay and flexible weekly scheduling, our jobs are some of the best student employment opportunities on campus. For more information, visit the Rec Sports website or visit us in person at the Southwest Recreation Center. Parking is available free for participants in front of the Southwest Recreation Center after 3:30 p.m. Captains should advise their teammates that parking on service drives and in non-marked parking spaces is prohibited. Vehicles not parked properly are subject to ticketing and towing by the University Police Department. Students are encouraged to make use of the university busing system, which drops off in front of the Southwest Recreation Center. Students commuting via bicycle or moped should park them in the appropriately marked spots and avoid parking them in all intramural fields. Following the completion of this video, you will be given a link to access the Captain's Meeting and Policies Procedures quiz. This series of multiple choice questions will help ensure your knowledge of the program. Following completion of the quiz, your information will automatically be sent to the Intramural Sports Department. To complete the registration process, please bring your own valid UF Gator 1 card, team roster to the Intramural Sports registration. Dates and times of the Intramural Sports registration, as well as copies of the team roster, can be found online at www.recsports.ufl.edu. Please remember that your team captains only need to complete the captain's meeting once per academic year. Sport rules meetings must be taken each semester of play. Should you have any questions about this training, the Intramural Sports Program, or the Department of Recreational Sports, please feel free to contact us with the information provided. The Intramural Sports Office is open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
We hope that you have enjoyed learning the ins and outs of the Intramural Sports Program.
We would like to thank you for your time and commend you on your leadership role serving as captain.
Again, thank you for your participation in the Intramural Sports Program. We wish you and your team the best of luck this season.